Live from Citizen TV, this is Friday Night with Lillian Mooney.
Hello there, good evening. Many thanks for joining us. It's such a pleasure to have you with us on the show tonight. Now, 2 years ago, that's in 2022, coding was formally introduced into Kenya's CBC curriculum. Children as young as 7 years old being introduced into this digital world of coding. And as children now are at home during the holiday season, also interesting ways to look into them perfecting this skill. We do know that the future holds a lot of opportunities for those with technical expertise, technological expertise. We'll be looking at coding for children later on Friday night. But for now, let's take a look at stories making headlines tonight.
At this moment, statements from the family have been taken.
Who attacked mourners? Limuru MP John Kirago questioned by DCI as local police engage bereaved family on chaotic burial.
This is an indication that if you're running away from oppression, if you come to Kenya, unfortunately and very saddening, you are not safe. Kenya will arrest you and will take you back to the oppressive regime that you're running away from.
Change or tarnish the country's reputation. Human rights activists warn against government's violation of human rights in meeting with envoys.
Tusikie vitu ambayo watu wanasema. Wenyewe tujisajili na tuone vile tutaendelea mbele. Ujione hiyo huduma vile iko.
Seeking to convince the masses, government takes social health insurance recruitment to the grassroots. Sustainable financing and a regional constitution. East African heads of state in Arusha in bid to solidify regional union. Good evening. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Belinda Adhiambo, and Friday night starts now. Police are yet to arrest any suspects in connection with the violence that broke out during a funeral attended by ousted former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, spent the better part of Friday questioning some of the leaders and members of the public who attended the chaotic burial ceremony in Bibirioni, Limuru, which saw goons attack the former Deputy President and mourners. As Emmanuel Tor now reports, the family of the deceased has been thrown into even more pain with having to pay for the cost of the destruction occasioned by the melee.
They were scenes best described as shameful, as mourners, including the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, were forced to scamper for safety after goons attacked them during a burial ceremony in Bibirioni High School grounds, Limuru constituency in Kiambu County. The officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, embarking on the task of trying to find answers about what happened, spending more than 8 hours questioning Limuru legislator John Kirago to shed light on his alleged involvement in the chaos that saw a burial ceremony temporarily interrupted. The police are seeking to understand why the first-term MP reportedly kept away from the VIP tent, which was targeted by the goons, instead choosing to sit among the mourners in a separate tent.
Ningekuwa mtu wa kuvuruga, si basi ningejua vile nitajikinga.
At the same time, the DCI officers attached to Limuru were also busy combing through witness accounts in Bibirioni village, questioning, among others, family members over the incident.
And at this moment, statements from the family have been taken.
The distraught family members explaining the ordeal of dealing not only with the loss of a loved one, but also the damage to property after the melee.
Wale ambaye wataweza kuwa na huruma juu ya sisi wangetusaidia anga tulipe hazara hii.
In a statement, the Office of the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, said it had only received one complaint from the public concerning the incident, adding that it did not know of the whereabouts of the former Limuru MP Peter Mwathi, who allies of the former DP have claimed was abducted by the police. And despite the fact that the attackers broke the law in broad daylight, with many of them quite visible, the police are yet to apprehend any.
None has been arrested, but efforts are being made to arrest the perpetrators after the statements have been recorded.
These are Kiambu Senator Karungo Dhangwa, who attended the burial skipped sermons in Nyeri, questioning why the matter was being handled in a different jurisdiction. The police have termed the incident as a politically instigated one.
Tuache mambo ya kupeleka siasa kwa mazishi. La pia ni condemn mambo ambayo tuliona jana yakitokea huko Limuru.
I dare say those chaos were well coordinated, well organized, and we believe those chaos were sponsored. And this is a trend that we are now starting to see.
Police now say they're leaving no stone unturned in the quest to get to the bottom of the chaos and the pandemonium that was witnessed in Limuru Thursday, and proposing ways to prevent such politically instigated incidents from happening in future. Emmanuel Tor, Citizen TV, DCI headquarters, Nairobi.
And human rights activists in Kenya have decried the deteriorating rights situation in the country owing to a worrying spate of abductions, forced disappearance, and arbitrary arrests witnessed in the recent months. Speaking at an event hosted by the Danish embassy, rights crusaders say if the trend goes unchecked, Kenya risks losing her international standing. The activists and envoys present have called on the government to clean up its act. Mary Morki reports.
Congratulations. No longer at ease and seemingly no longer a safe haven. The brazen abduction of the 4 Turkish nationals who enjoyed refugee status in Nairobi in broad daylight and their subsequent forceful return to Turkey was one that sparked national and international outrage. An incident that put Kenya on the spotlight for violation of human rights and disregard for international treaties. Prior to that, 36 members of Uganda's Forum for Democratic Change were abducted in Kisumu and returned to Uganda, where they were charged with terrorism. The most recent incident of a high-profile abduction on Kenyan soil was that of Uganda's opposition leader Dr. Kizza Besigye, who was in the country for the launch of Martha Karua's autobiography.
Kenya is not safe. We've seen in June how, over 30 individuals were picked, Ugandans, and sent back to Uganda. We've seen in October how the Turks were again taken back. We've seen how in November Kizza Besigye was also taken back. And this is an indication that if you're running away from oppression, if you come to Kenya, unfortunately and very saddening, you are not safe. Kenya will arrest you and will take you back to the oppressive regime that you're running away from.
This worrying trend of abductions was a subject of discourse at the Human Rights Defenders Awards hosted by the Danish ambassador in Nairobi, with activists calling out the Ruto administration for allowing foreign mercenaries to abduct nationals of their countries on Kenyan soil.
Refugees and people who even visit, that they should feel safe that Kenya is one country that people can go. But we find that, and very unfortunately, Kenya has allowed foreign agencies to come. I think what we are doing as a country, we need to revisit our foreign policy. For people to feel safe as investors, as visitors, they must be assured that they can walk freely without being at risk of abductions.
The envoys present expressed concern over the shrinking human rights space, saying human rights are a fundamental part of any democracy. The envoys were guests at the award ceremony in which several human rights activists who were vocal during Gen Z protest and after were crowned as human rights defenders.
And she shall forever remain a beacon of hope in defense of human rights and social justice.
Data from the Kenya National Human Rights indicates that since the June protests, over 71 people have been killed, 61 others have been abducted, while over 2,000 people have been arbitrarily arrested, with no one being held accountable.
And this is important because we need to acknowledge the hard work, the important work that human rights defenders are doing in Kenya every day, and we strongly support it.
Mary Mwoki, Citizen TV.
Right, and the Ministry of Health and the Social Health Authority is now moving the registration of Kenyans into the program to the constituency level. The mass registration exercise was launched in Kikuyu constituency with a rallying call from top government officials for people to register. Brenda Wanga reports.
Almost 2 months have lapsed since universal health coverage through SHA was rolled out, and the enrollment numbers into the program are not yet up to the expected levels.
Nationally, our numbers are above 16 million.
Now the ministry and SHA seek to get the remaining 3/4 of the country's estimated 56 million people on board SHA, and they are going to the constituency unit of representation. In Kikuyu, this exercise of mass registration kicked off with the clarion call being one.
Isikie vitu ambayo watu wanasema, wenyewe tujisajili na tuone vile tutaendelea mbele. Ujione hiyo huduma vile iko.
Ya muhimu tujiandikishe. Kwa sababu kujiandikisha, ukienda ile hospitali yetu ya dispensary, ukienda ile hospitali yetu ya health center, hapo ukiwa na ile kadi yako, kitambulisho chako, hapo unatibiwa bila kuitishwa shilingi hata moja.
Residents of Kikuyu answering to that call, saying they are keen to see the benefits of the scheme.
Amesema saingine utakuwa umelipa, lakini nimesikia utakuwa ukilipa kila mwezi 600, 500 hivi.
The government officials say they have since ironed out the problems in the rollout that initially saw some patients fail to access crucial services while touting the benefits that will come with SHA.
Lakini hiyo shida nataka nielezee kwamba tulitatua, na sasa ukienda hospitali kama unaenda dialysis unapatiana kitambulisho chako na unatibiwa bila shida.
SHA ama Taifa Care sasa inakulipia pesa ya daktari, inalipa ya kitanda, inalipa ya dawa, inalipa ya chakula yenye utakula kwa hospitali, hata ukivalishwa diaper kwa hospitali inalipia hiyo diaper.
The mass registration exercise at the constituency level will be scaled to all constituencies in the country as the authority seeks to meet its target.
So the target is to mobilize across the country so that we can move to accommodate everybody. So we are targeting to get to 52.
Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.
Right, scores of residents from Nyando in Kisumu have castigated the government for its knee-jerk response to the perennial floods in the area, even as they appeal for a permanent solution. The calls come amidst flash floods that destroyed property of unknown value Thursday night, with shops and business areas at the Ahero market overwhelmed by the flood waters. Laura Otieno reports that the affected residents are now living in fear of possible displacement should the heavy rains continue.
At Ahero Market, a cloud of destitution coupled with a sense of hopelessness has engulfed occupants of the area. As some try to salvage whatever remained after a night of flash floods, some have given up hope. As sacks of rice soak up flood waters, dampening their hopes for the future and the economic prospects for traders here.
Tumeshema kitu ingine inakuja hapa mfuriko ya mvua. Ya mvua najaa masini yote. Michele imeenda na mafuriko. Michele yetu inaharibika kila mwaka hakuna mwenye anakuja kuangalia sisi. Na sasa sisi tuko na malilio, wale tulipeleka akuja aone vile sisi tuko.
Hii maji ilianzia saa 9 usiku. Sasa mimi niligunduka kuku ile kula inalia. Sasa ndio nilikumbuka maji inakuja.
Maji imesimama, haiendi. Sasa all things are in water, and as I'm speaking now, mbuzi yangu 2 imekufa kwa maji. Hata ukienda utawakuta tu inalala hapo.
Residents here have accused the government of giving them false hope every flooding season instead of expediting the construction of the Koruso-In Dam to permanently avert the perennial flooding in Nyando.
Kila siku tunapata shida na maji, mvua ikinyesha mchele inaingia maji. Tuliandika majina lakini hakuna usaidizi. Jina tuliandika ya ID ya kila kitu mpaka tukatoa 1010 kupiga photocopy. Majina haikurudi.
We really beseech the government ili atusaidie kutengeneza dike. Why are we dying? Tunakufa kwa sababu Muhoroni side walijaribu. Sasa Nyando side hawakujaribu chochote. Sasa vile they didn't do anything, the waters now are spilling over the other side too much that we can't help.
An estimated 200 traders have been affected by the floods, with those living along the river Nyando also living in fear of looming displacement as the river is currently full to the brim. Laura Otieno, Citizen TV.
Away from the floods, Savannah Clinker chairman Benson Detta will spend the weekend in police custody after he denied 8 charges, including conspiracy to defraud 4.5 billion shillings from Absa Bank, purporting to act on behalf of Savannah Cement Limited. Detta, who was arrested on Thursday in Nairobi, has also denied charges of obtaining credit by false pretense, making a document without authority, and uttering false documents. Through his lawyer, Cecil Miller, the businessman who has also expressed interest in acquiring Bamburi Cement, has filed an application to be released on cash bail pending hearing and determination of the case. An application that was opposed by the prosecution, arguing that Ndeta is a flight risk and there is a possibility he could interfere with witnesses. Magistrate Gilbert Shikwe is expected to make a ruling on whether the businessman will be released on cash bail on Monday. And another suspect in the matter is Charles Hills Jr., a United States citizen. The ODPP had directed the DCI to seek a warrant of arrest against the American before engaging U.S. authorities to have him extradited to face charges in Kenya.
Knowingly and fraudulently, you uttered a forged corporate guarantee loan security documents, namely guarantee and indemnity to Christine Mwendenzao, a corporate relationship manager, purporting it to be from Savannah Cement Limited, a fact you know to be false. True or not true?
Not true. The cause of all this is the fact that he's at the final stages of acquiring Bamburi Cement. Having won the tender for the same, and in an attempt to stop him, these charges have been hurriedly brought in order to stop him in his quest.
The leadership of the East African Community is gathered in Tanzania for a 2-day summit that seeks to address issues affecting the bloc and member states. The summit, which concludes on Saturday, will also see a leadership change in the region's chairmanship currently held by South Sudan's Salva Kiir. Ayub Abdikadir reports from Arusha, Tanzania.
The 25th birthday of the growing East African Community, now an 8-member bloc, coincides with dynamic needs for a region characterized by trade imbalances, a changing digital landscape and political instability. 3 agenda items that bring heads of state of the community together here in Tanzania. Since the common market started in 2010, intra-East African Community trade grew from $6.2 billion in 2013 to $13.8 billion in 2017, marking a significant growth despite the occurrence of trade wars that at times snowball into diplomatic tiffs. The region's biggest trading partner remains China, Beijing and the East African Community trading $26.5 billion, followed by the United Arab Emirates at $12.9 billion, and India coming third with $8.8 billion.
A lot of milestones have been achieved by the community in the last 25 years. You'll remember we started as 3 partner states. We are now 8 partner states. The market of the EAC has grown to over 300 million people.
Instability in the region, the transition to a new peacekeeping mission outfit in Somalia, the community's last-born member, the volatile situation in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, and the on and off diplomatic tiffs between member states, making up a portion of the peace and security meeting, a thorny regional issue likely to feature in Saturday's Heads of State Summit. A media brief from President William Ruto's team saying a sustainable financing plan of the bloc and the constitution of the Political Confederation of the East African Community are also issues that will make up the agenda items.
It is not possible to do business. It is not possible to invest
unless there is peace, security, and stability.
The leadership of the 8-member bloc is faced with extraordinary realities here at its birthplace on its 25th birthday. And while there has been some good degree of progress made, they arrive here under so much personal and domestic political pressure and for a summit with so many focuses and so much at stake. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV in Arusha, Tanzania.
All right, Ayub, and back here in the country, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki says the government will work in tandem with the media and ensure accountability of both parties to promote national cohesion. And he said this as he was speaking in Nakuru, where he officially opened the 7th Annual Editors' Convention. Professor Kindiki said the government will continue to protect journalists and take stern action against those who threaten their safety. DP Kindiki also promised to take action against an officer who shot Mediamax journalist Catherine Wanjeri 5 months ago as she was covering anti-government protests in Nakuru. Kenya Editors Guild President Zubeida Koome called on the Ministry of ICT to withdraw the new directives on centralizing advertising. The government also promising to clear more than 1.7 billion shillings owed to media houses in pending bills.
Between government and the media has often been strained and marked by distrust, tension, and adversarial interactions. The media has been cited for advancing political and partisan interests sometimes. On the other hand, government has been accused of frustrating the media.
We urge the government to take steps to reverse the recent directives by the Ministry of ICT on centralized government advertising, which unfairly disadvantages certain media houses. Such a move would foster a level playing field to ensure all media outlets have equitable access to advertising revenue.
The African media fraternity is looking up to Kenya as they chase just one vision, which is how might Africa tell its own story.
Time for us to take our very first break right here on Friday night. Lots more coming your way. And remember, the SMS feedback number is 22422. The hashtag is Friday night. Talk to us. Let us know what your thoughts are on stories we've brought your way. Take a look at what's coming up.
Add your own twists, add anything. You're free to do whatever instead of
tech savvy at a young age. Why coding is becoming ever more common and getting introduced to children who are very young. Details after the break.
As a parent, you want your little one to experience all that life offers. To touch the world with an open heart and curious mind. But the world, for all its beauty, holds unseen dangers. Germs, bacteria, tiny threats, waiting on every surface.
Dettrex protects you and your family from disease-causing germs.
That's why I choose Dettrex.
Allowing the freedom to be yourself all day long.
Dettrex, endorsed by Kenya Progressive Nurse Association. Bidhaa bora kutoka Pwani Oil Limited.
These days, you have to shop smart as everything is so expensive. I shop smart. I always get a good bargain when I buy my mbogas from Mama Chege. I shop smart. I buy the 1 kg of Msafi, which costs the same as 500 grams of a popular detergent. I shop smart. Msafi removes tap stains and keeps clothes bright. And its pleasant fragrance keeps clothes smelling fresh. Chaguo smart, value maradufu, na Msafi.
Great yummy taste, gotta hack it. I spread bread, but nguvu gotta pack it. Napaka nywele design ya mogoro. Blue band, Juni natural cocoa. 5 vitamins, una glow plus ni tam nani. Tuna hot snack na ki blue band choco for your growth.
to me. Hey! You are no longer wanted in this house.
Enjoy the convenience of automating your regular payments with M-Pesa Ratiba, the easy-to-use mobile standing order service from M-Pesa. Download the M-Pesa app or dial *334#.
Some things huwa hazichange, kama kujenga mwili na kuharibu jina.
Wacha kujaza chakula kwa mdomo, hakuna mahali kinaenda.
Now, some things huwa hazichange. Rina, 30 years, the story's tamu.
Experience Swiss-based education in the heart of Nairobi. With practical hands-on skills, we prepare you for the dynamic world of culinary arts and patisserie or international hospitality management. Travel the world and gain global work through our international placement network as you shape your career as the next global future leader in hospitality. Welcome to the Boma International Hospitality College. January 2025 intake ongoing.
Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, that shirt has seen better days. Mara, it's your faded shirt. Mara, it's your faded roof. Look at our roof from Mabati Rolling Mills. Still as vibrant after all these years. Unlike your shirt.
Yes, MRM steel roofing tiles are made using advanced color coating technology that makes the color last.
The tiles are even wider, so you use less pieces.
Which saved us money. So you mean Mabati Rolling Mills saves you money?
Yeah!
Steal the show with versatile, Oriental and Elegantile steel roofing tiles. Backed by a genuine warranty only from Mabati Rolling Mills. Visit a dealership or call us today at 0788 202020.
This Sunday at International Christian Center, Nairobi.
Light dispels darkness. Light exposes evil. Light reveals truth. Jesus Christ is the light, and when you invite him into your life, he will dispel the darkness.
From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Citizen TV Gospel Sunday.
Getting an education policy from an insurance firm of your choice ensures you save for your children's education over a period through regular payments. In case of your untimely passing, the policy ensures your children's education continues. Upon maturity, you receive the full payment including all the bonuses earned. Talk to an insurance company and explore the best policy for your children's education needs. Visit www.akiinsure.com for more information.
When looking for a great washing powder, opt for powders with biodegradable ingredients to minimize environmental impact.
Explore the nature and create from it. The spirit of inventors leads to the inspiration for new technology. Join us, Cleasoft Invent for Life.
Tumegola 2024 Gen Z walipeleka watu bio. Ubina so right. Nimeshika pesa kidogo nikaweka Ibagaro. Watoto wamekuwa wakubwa. The only thing that has remained constant ni hii mabati.
Kwa nyumba maridadi na mabati ya kudumu, tumia Zinco Mabati. Zinco Mabati, where roofing meets perfection. Call 0758 222288. We deliver for free countrywide.
The Kenyan government through NGAF and AK are calling us to a national conversation to end GBV. Enough is enough. The loss of Rebecca Cheptegei on Kenyan soil. Over 100 lives lost to femicide in just 3 months. Share your opinions on www.ngaf.go.ke and speak up on WhatsApp. Supported by the Italian government through Italian Agency for Development Corporation in partnership with Royal Media Services.
Dhambi huleta vita kwenye maisha ya mtu. Dhambi imekuwa block. It has blocked your life. Ondoa mashaka kwenye moyo wako. Ifagie iondoke. Maana leo unachukua mkondo mpya, unachukua mwelekeo mpya.
Live on Citizen TV Gospel Sunday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Virtual games za Shabiki zina make millionaires daily. Cheza JetX on Shabiki.com, launch JetX yako and fly to the highest multiplier na make millions in seconds.
Jina naitwa Brenda Njiraine, nimetoka Laikipia East. Nimekuwa nikicheza JetX kwa muda mrefu. Nashinda kidogo, toa naekelea ingine. Hii wakati nikaekelea 200. Nikangoja after imefika 1.3 ndio nikaitoa.
Make millions in seconds. Kubali kuomoka na virtual games na Shabiki.com.
Global Tea and Commodities Limited is by far the largest tea exporter in Kenya and probably in East Africa as well. Our group has employed close to 1,000 employees. We face so much of challenges. One of the rainbows in the storm has been Absa's TMO system. The facilities which we enjoy has helped us grow our business in the last year tremendously. And together we can write the next chapter of our story.
This is the home of scholars who believe in providing local solutions to global problems. Those who treasure internationally recognized quality university education and view the world as a global village.
Mulibanji, we are Malawian students studying at Mount Kenya University.
We are from Liberia.
From Ivory Coast.
We are South Sudanese students at Mount Kenya University, and we are proud to be here.
Watch the inspiring documentary of Mount Kenya University on Citizen TV this Sunday at 2 p.m.
Kiambiwa mtu anakutishia siku nyingine nitakufanya kitu hutakisahau maishani mwako. Toka.
I need to leave this place. No, I mean forever.
Dajukiz, mama yako alikufundisha kupika. Na mimi nikakufundisha kuendesha gari. Gari hili ni lako.
Soko, more than a meal.
Welcome back. The Sambaza Furaha na Safaricom caravan was on Friday in its 5th day this week, traversing the areas of Homa Bay, Rodi Kopanyi, Rongo and Awendo. And as the caravan traversed through the populous Nyanza areas, it drew large crowds, all eager to enjoy a lively mix of entertainment and win incredible gateway prizes. The campaign, in collaboration with Royal Media Services, is setting the stage for the festive season, bringing the Christmas spirit to communities across Kenya. Ben Kirui reports from Awendo, Homa Bay.
Ruth Atieno, a resident of Homa Bay, was overwhelmed with excitement when she upgraded from the so-called Katululu phone to a sleek new smartphone. A moment of joy made special by Safaricom as the Sambaza Furaha na Safaricom caravan made a stop in Homa Bay town.
Na ni saa hizo nimeshoka kuingia hapa. Mwala akaanza kucheza akaosema tuonyeshane Katululu. Wakati nilionyeshana Katululu wakaniita. Ndio nikapanda juu ya jukwaa. Mwala akanipatia simu baada ya kucheza kidogo.
For David Okoth, a resident of Rongo, winning a chicken was the highlight of the day. With a broad smile, he declared that the celebrations had officially begun, marking the start of the Christmas season.
Nimekaa karibu sijui miaka ngapi kabla sijakula kuku. Hii ni leo tu. Ya kesho mimi sijui, lakini ya leo ndio nimejua.
The caravan's next stops grew even bigger as it made its way through the regions of Rodi Kopanyi, Rongo and Awendo.
It has been a very successful road show so far, and we are very grateful to the Nyanza region. We had a very fruitful day yesterday, all the way from Ahero, ending at Uyugis.
Unapoona huko nyuma wamejaa tele, wamejitokeza kwa wengi, na tunafurahi sana kwamba tunaweza kuwasambazia furaha hii Christmas.
The third phase of this month-long campaign has seen the people of Nyanza warmly welcoming both Safaricom and Royal Media Services representatives. This exciting initiative is part of Safaricom's 24th anniversary celebrations, a way to reward loyal customers for their continued support. On Saturday, the caravan will wrap up the third phase of the campaign in southwestern Nyanza, passing through areas like Kisii, Keumbu, Keroka, Suneka, and beyond. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Awendo, Migori County.
Now, in 2022, coding was formally introduced into Kenya's CBK curriculum as part of a broader initiative to enhance digital literacy and equip students with 21st century skills. The move to incorporate coding into the Kenyan curriculum, CBC, was driven by the recognition that technology is central to future job markets and societal development. Tonight, we delve into the benefits, challenges, and success of this tech revolution in Kenya. In a world where technology is shaping the future, a vital skill for the next generation is learning how to code. This is Riley. He was introduced to coding at a young age where he learned the basics.
At first, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you look at it and you're like, oh, how did I do this? And then it just starts getting easier as you learn. It's a unique way of playing. You make your own game and you can play it. You can add your own twists, add anything. You're free to do whatever instead of someone making it for you and being limited to what they have.
So, what exactly is coding? Joseph Chacha is the founder and driving force behind the Soma Smart initiative, which has reached hundreds of children in Nairobi and other areas. He unpacks coding for us.
Coding, basically, simply put, is programming, or rather giving computers instructions that then a software can be built out of, a game can be built out of, websites can be built out of it, and usually it is targeting solutions at the end of it. There are very many languages in coding. We have Python that most kids today are being introduced to because it's one of the most current programming language. We have Scratch, which is a very simple programming language. It's block-based and visual. What that means is that a learner or a child will be able to drag and drop.
How early can children learn to code?
From as little as age 5 to age 7. How you introduce programming to their life is starting by, for example, introducing them to games that a learner will look at and ask themselves, oh, so you mean I can be able to code my own game? Okay, and when you do that, then you excite them.
What are the benefits for young learners?
It not only gives them the creativity and the ability to think outside the box, but then also they become orderly in whatever they are doing.
The introduction of the coding syllabus in the Kenyan curriculum is the first of its kind in Africa, but it has faced some challenges.
Many schools, particularly public schools, that's where we're facing a lot of challenges. Either they still do not have power, or even with that presence of power, power is rarely there. Lots of blackouts. That's number one. The other biggest challenge is computers themselves and laptops. they do not have access to these devices. The other biggest challenge that we've had, that I'm seeing the government trying to mitigate through training, is lack of enough teaching fraternity who understand what they really need to do with the curriculum.
The pace of technological change has parents mainly concerned about too much screen time.
Coding only comes in as a plus that is knocking off the time spent on the internet, time spent on the devices, but not productively.
Riley, like many other children his age, is encouraged by his parents and teachers that a well-rounded day should include a mix of both screen-based learning, reading, and outdoor activities.
You are imagining of a Kenyan young man or woman who's competing globally because their products, they've come up with products or innovations that will be consumed globally. So that is where I see our next generation of children who are introduced in coding in good enough time.
In this digital age, children who understand coding are at the highest level of literacy in the 21st century. And Egesa and Chamge FM fans were on Friday treated to public entertainment spectacles in Kisii and Eldoret respectively ahead of Christmas festivities. In Kisii, Egesa FM partnered with Ouru Superstore to mark a Black Friday in style, while in Eldoret, Chamge FM marked their 19th anniversary at the town's Central Primary School, promising much more prolific programs. Crispin Otieno with the details.
Scenes witnessed at Kisii's Central Business District on Friday. Customers and Egesa FM fans literally brought the town to a standstill to grab Ouru Superstore's Black Friday opportunity in style. The event, which was also graced by renowned Gusii gospel artist, thrilled residents.
Leo ni Ouru Black Friday na Egesa FM, siku ambayo tumeiweka kando kusaidia watu wetu wale ambao wanatusikiza, fans wetu wale ambao wanatusikiza kwa wingi, na leo tumewaletea special offers kwa vitu ambazo wanatumia katika manyumba, vyakula.
Let me take this opportunity also to thank Royal Media Services na asa Egesa and Ramogi TV and Ramogi FM. Tumeshirikiana sana nao for the last several years. Now, mimi naweza sema during this entire time we've been working together, we've seen Ouru Superstores grow from strength to strength.
Elated fans could not hide their joy, arising from the rare treatment in addition to having a one-on-one interaction with their favorite presenters and artists.
Ikapata unga, mafuta. Mimi nasema Egesa ni asante sana kutuletea hii mtindo ya kukuja kununua vitu bei rahisi.
In Eldoret City, Chamge FM fans converged at Eldoret Central Primary School to mark the station's 19th anniversary with fanfare. The station, in collaboration with other partners, offered a sensitization program to fans, promising to revamp programs to cater for their listeners' needs.
Tumeweza kuendeleza kuhamasisha community ya Kalenjin kupitia events tofauti tumeweza kufanya kwa miaka mingi.
Kwa leo tunasema ni asante sana kwa familia ya Royal Media, especially Chamege kwa kutukaribisha kwa hii event yenu.
The station's fans could not hide their joyous experience on Friday.
Leo tumefurahia sana tukiwa Eldoret City kwa kusherehekea miaka 19 ya Chamge FM wakipeperusha hapa kwa hapa.
Chamge and Egesa FM are part of the 14 radio stations under the Royal Media Services Limited stable. Crispin Otieno for Citizen TV.
124 nurses have graduated from the Sicily College of Health Sciences at the Nairobi Hospital. The institution's management says the nurses have specialized in different areas of the profession. Speaking during the celebration of the institution's 30th graduation ceremony, Margaret Sirima, the school's principal, announced that the college had, for the very first time, graduated 7 nephrology nurses and had also trained 18 nurses with combined training in trauma and emergency, perioperative, and nephrology Gynecology Nursing. The institution says the specialized nurses will boost the government's universal health coverage initiative.
There are jobs not just in Kenya, but also in other countries. But the problem is capitation. There are students who are qualified out there to do the courses offered in this hospital, but unfortunately they are not able to go for the right training when they need it because of sufficiency of funding.
We are going to ensure that all the graduates who graduated today, anybody who wants to work for the hospital, we are going to give them an opportunity to work with us. Of course, we understand how the healthcare human resources, we cannot really tie people to work for us. If they want to explore somewhere, that's okay with us. But anybody who is willing to work for us, once they've trained here, we are going to give them a chance to work here.
We have a very busy renal unit that often dialyzes about 45 patients a day, and therefore we realize there's a need to equip nurses to be able to work in that unit.
So we want that this college eventually graduates into a university where we are giving health sciences training. Nurses, of course, the first opportunity. Then we have several other tertiary institutions.
Expensive power is better than no power. Kengen Defence plans to renew deal with one of Kenya's most expensive thermal power plants.
You want your little one to experience all that life offers. To touch the world with an open heart and curious mind. But the world, for all its beauty, holds unseen dangers. Germs, bacteria, tiny threats, waiting on every surface.
Dettrex protects you and your family from disease-causing germs.
That's why I choose Dettrex.
Allowing the freedom to be yourself all day long.
Dettrex, endorsed by Kenya Progressive Nurse Association. Bidhaa bora kutoka Pwani Oil Limited.
The festive season is around the corner. House of Leather and Gifts has everything you might need to make this Christmas a perfect one. Thousands of Christmas decorations, trees, gift hampers, gifts for mom and dads, gifts for the kids and the entire family. And the best part is, our gifts suit everyone's pockets. Visit our branches now for a delightful shopping experience. You can also shop online at www.houseofleatherkenya.co.ke and have your goods delivered to you. House of Leather and Gifts, Kenya's #1 gift store. Over 50,000 different items at the guaranteed best prices in Kenya.
HF Group's rights issue is here, and we invite all our shareholders to participate. For over 60 years, HF Group has been at the heart of enriching the lives of Kenyans. Since independence, we've empowered thousands of Kenyans to achieve their dreams of home ownership. Today, we're doing even more. HF Group is a company with a wide spectrum of offerings to suit all your banking, property, and insurance needs. It's time for our next chapter, and we invite you to be part of it through our rights issue. This initiative aims to bring in investments that will power our growth, enabling us to accelerate value creation for all our stakeholders. Through this investment, we aim to achieve greater efficiency through advanced technologies, expand our business capabilities, fuel new product innovations, and build shared prosperity. The road ahead is bright, and we invite you to be part of this journey. Invest with us by investing in us. The offer opens on Wednesday, 13th November and closes on Monday, 9th December 2024. For more information, consult your stockbroker or investment bank or visit hfgroup.co.ke. HF Group, dreams made possible.
Spending too much time in cleaning with too many products? Presenting new ACO All-Purpose Cleaner. Using ACO takes just 3 easy steps. ACO All-Purpose Cleaner is effective around any surface. And ACO is a woman's best friend. New ACO All-Purpose Cleaner saves time, saves money. Also available in lavender fragrance.
A comfortable diaper can make a significant difference in your baby's happiness. Choose diapers that are soft to the touch and have stretchy sides to provide a snug but gentle fit.
New Soft Care Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Soft Care. Protect your leap.
Hii ni ya kupunguza maumivu. Itapunguza pain yako chap chap.
Kaluma. Hata shosha yangu alikuwa anatumia Kaluma.
Unaweza aminia Kaluma kila saa. Kaluma ni timeless.
For the first time ever, it's coming to Imara Mall along Mombasa Road. Come and celebrate with us the 33rd edition of Egypt and Middle East Expo from 20th November to 8th December and enjoy up to 50% discounts. You'll be captivated by the glamorous fashion, amazing footwear, clothes, authentic jewelry, and the most magnificent home furnishing, furniture, kitchenware, and much more. That's right, it's at the Egypt and Middle East Expo at Imara Mall, Mombasa Road from 20th November to 8th December from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Entry is free.
Are you seeking a school that offers a safe, secure, and high-quality boarding program paired with academic excellence? At Precious Gems School, we warmly welcome boys and girls from grade 4 to grade 9 into our exceptional boarding program designed for comfort and convenience and offers a balanced nutrition, carefully planned meals to keep learners energized, healthy, and focused, making it a home away from home. January 2025 intake is now ongoing.
Every day, Kenyans from all walks of life work tirelessly, dreaming of a secure future. Introducing the Taifa Pension Fund, a pension product for all, offering a safe and secure way to save for retirement. A future to trust, to dream, to live, to lead, to grow. Taifa Pension Fund, your national pension scheme. Karibu nyumbani.
Dhambi huleta vita kwenye maisha ya mtu. Dhambi imekuwa block. It has blocked your life. Ondoa mashaka kwenye moyo wako. Ifagie iondoke. Maana leo unachukua mkondo mpya, unachukua mwelekeo mpya.
Live on Citizen TV Gospel Sunday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Welcome to Boma Mabati Factory, the 2024 winner in roofing solutions. All our products come with a warranty and are KEBS certified. Be part of our many satisfied customers by visiting us to enjoy great discounts. Boma Mabati Factory, Mabati Poa, near Boma.
I'll have the usual on the rocks, double.
I'll have whatever he's having.
Real recognized real. No added sugar, no preservatives. 100% real fruit.
Umehakikisha amount niyo? Jina iko correct?
Iko correct.
Shika cheki yako Joseph. Hii pesa umeipangia?
Niko na biashara nataka niongezee ikuwe mzuri.
Watakuwa wanakuonea view sasa wale.
Ni sawa.
Si ndio?
Asante.
Asante sana Joseph.
Na mamilioni.
Minto Mwenyegetinge, Safaricom Sambaza Fra Caravan, Western and Nyanza Edition sasa imefika Kisii. Jumamosi hii ya tarehe 30 Novemba mwaka huu, kutana na watangazaji wa Egesa FM na Radio Citizen Kisii Town kuanzia saa 3 asubuhi. Kisha baadaye msafara utaelekea Keroka, Keumbu, Nyamache, Mugunga, Kenyenya, Nyamarambe na Climax itakuwa Suneka Market. Evangelist Douglas Otiso atakutumbuiza unapopokea zawadi kemkem kama simu, airtime, mbuzi na zawadi zingine nyingi. Ni kwenye Safaricom Sambaza Fra Caravan, Western and Nyanza Edition kwa ushirikiano na Royal Media Services. Egesa FM.
Kiambiwa mtu anakutishia siku nyingine nitakufanya kitu hutakisahau maishani mwako, toka.
I need to leave this place. No, I mean forever.
Dajukiz, mama yako alikufundisha kupika na mimi nikakufundisha kuendesha gari. Gari hili ni lako.
Soko, more than a meal.
This is me at Stanbic Private Banking. What does it feel like? It's investing skillfully. It's planning wisely. It's living joyfully. It's banking easily. Visit www.stanbic.co.ke. Stanbic Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
Let's talk business. And Base Titanium, which has operated in the country for over a decade, has announced the commencement of its closure this December. This follows the decision by the Kenyan arm of the Australian miner to shut down operations based on the determination that there were not enough minerals to sustain operations. Jimmy Mbogo lays out the timeline of the closure operation after more than a decade of prospecting for titanium in Kwale.
Cohort of at least 600 employees of Base Titanium in Kwale are expected to be declared redundant by the end of the year, while the remaining 1,000 of the 1,600 workforce are expected to receive their termination letters by the end of the first half of 2025.
As mining stops, Base stops generating revenue, which means we stop paying royalties, taxes, and our contributions to the CDACs that we have operational will come to an end as well. But staff redundancies will start on the 31st of December. We have about 500 or 600 staff who will be transitioning out at that point. And then between the 1st of January and the 30th of June next year, the rest of our staff will steadily progress out.
The next phase involved land reclamation as part of ensuring sustainable mining. Base says it has undertaken a rehabilitation of the mining site before surrendering the land back to government, with the company set to undertake radiation, chemical, soil and air quality tests, while resources such as dams and other infrastructures are expected to be transferred to the local community for repurpose.
We're very proud of the rehabilitation work we're doing. We believe we're setting a standard not just in Kenya but globally as well. And the work that the team is doing is absolutely phenomenal. You can drive through areas on the mine site that have been rehabilitated that you would have no idea used to be a mine.
The company has set aside 1 billion shillings to compensate the workers who will be laid off following the shutdown. Focus now shifts to a new operation in Madagascar. Jimmy Mbogo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
KenGen is on the verge of finalizing a new power purchase agreement with Kenya Power, paving the way for the Muhoroni gas turbine to begin supplying electricity to the western region. The 60-megawatt plant, known as the country's most expensive thermal power facility, is deemed as the solution to the ongoing power shortages in the western and Rift Valley regions as the government accelerates efforts to develop essential power lines in the area. Jasmine Wamboi brings us the details.
The Muhoroni gas turbine, owned and operated by KenGen, is set to begin supplying power to the western region. KenGen has confirmed it is in the final stages of securing a new power purchase agreement with Kenya Power, after which electricity from the plant will be fed into the grid.
I believe it is better we try and help our western region, Kenyans, to be able to get stable power.
The Muhoroni gas turbine is the country's most expensive thermal power plant, previously selling electricity to Kenya Power at 57 shillings per unit under a power purchase agreement that expired last year. The 60-megawatt plant is considered crucial for addressing power shortages in the western region and parts of the Rift Valley.
It is better you have more expensive power than have none at all.
In response to the recent nationwide blackout caused by an overloaded transmission line, the government has prioritized expanding the power transmission network. To address outages in the western region, it plans to energize a now complete high-capacity Awendo to Isebania transmission line early next year. It also plans to complete the construction of the Narok to Bomet line within a year.
What we are negotiating for is a PPA for 1 year. And we believe perhaps by the end of that 1 year, that line that you're talking about from Narok Bomet will have been completed and we will retire our machines.
The Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority has, over the last month, directed KenGen to run the Muhoroni gas turbine to gather technical data that will help the regulator decide whether to approve or reject the tariff that KenGen and Kenya Power will jointly propose. The renewal of the Muhoroni gas turbine comes at a time when the country had expressed ambitions to switch off expensive and dirty thermal power plants. Jasmine Wamboi, Citizen TV.
And Kenya's digital transformation efforts are gaining momentum with the launch of the Regional Center of Competence. The initiative, made through a partnership between the Ministry of ICT, Kenya School of Government, UNDP and Microsoft, aims to equip public servants with essential digital skills while encouraging innovations in the climate solution space. Raf Wangutusi reports.
Kenyan public servants across the board are set to benefit from a catalogue of new digital skills as the newly formed Regional Center of Competence aims to bridge the digital skills gap within Kenya's public sector by focusing on artificial intelligence and technology skills in a bid to improve service delivery to the citizenry.
By skilling the public servants, building up their skills and reskilling them on what they have, then it not only is able to help them deliver their services internally within government, increasing efficiencies and effectiveness, but it also means that then the public outside, every citizen, then is able to benefit from the services that are offered to them.
As part of the National Digital Master Plan, UNDP through the Competence Center will also serve as host to African innovators in the energy and climate space.
Kenya, I understand, is leading in production or generation of renewable energy. We want to see this skill or this success of Kenya. How can other countries, innovators in other countries, can also be able to facilitate that? We all know the statistic of poor energy access in a number of African countries, and we are not even talking about rural areas. We are talking even about urban centers where there is really gap in energy.
Kenya School of Government, UNDP and Microsoft's launch of the Regional Center of Competence aims to enhance digital skills of up to 300,000 public servants and 10,000 green tech startups to advance climate solutions and improve public services. Raf Wangutusi, Citizen TV.
This is me at Stanbic Private Banking. What does it feel like? It's investing skillfully. It's planning wisely. It's living joyfully. It's banking easily. Visit www.stanbic.co.ke. Stanbic Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
NAF officials continue with their inspection of